regarding the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Harper is out there with Fox, and it's Cornette in at the center position. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Kevin?
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Outside, Green. Booker finds Green. Booker outside. This one for three. A rebound by the Spurs. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Booker in stride. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Johnson down low. Working on Green. Harper wide open. No good on the triple. The Suns have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Phoenix, no.
We know things can get heated between these two, Graham. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Castle at the 2 with Vassell.
Stan, when you have these back-to-back games, it must force you to alter your approach a little.
Well, Kevin, you got to manage minutes more carefully to not burn guys out. But really, if you can get the first one, it takes a little pressure off the back end.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Fox and Castle are their guards. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the 4-man position. Fox, no good. Booker against Castle. Pulls up from the corner. A nice shot by Booker.
This is what he does. Booker, an aggressive scorer who doesn't take any possessions off.
Vassell outside. Back to Castle. Spurs working the ball around now. Outside, Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3, it's good from long range.
Fox doesn't let it fly out of the corner too often, but he is more than capable of drilling it from there.
And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Pass to Vassell. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Here's Booker. They kick it out to Green. Booker against Castle. Shot clock at 5. Booker inside. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
And getting physical with his play. Booker just attacking the hoop.
Castle.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Booker outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
And now, Allie Laforce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. The Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. The Suns have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Booker kicks to Green. Shoots from 14. Misses off the left eye.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any two-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
So it's Phoenix now after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Pass to Champagnie. For 3, Vassell. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Suns trail by 3. Can they get it? And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 8 points for Devin Booker.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Here's Booker. And the shot is good. Booker's got 10.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
On the court for San Antonio. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Harper is out there with Fox, and it's Cornette in at center, locking down the middle.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Booker looking around. Shoots over Harper. Booker, no good. San Antonio leading by 3. Harper in the corner. 3-pointer. That one's no good. 0-1 to begin the game. You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona's a great choice. Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Here's Booker after the basket by San Antonio. Shoots over Harper. Booker, good. Booker's got 12 in the game.
And we see this so often from Booker because he has the green light to take any shot he wants.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the the Spurs making a change here. Wembanyama's checked in. Now, here's Fox. 9 points in the game so far. The kick out to Harper. Lets it go from deep. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama's numbers.
Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 5th in rebounding, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Harper wide open, trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Booker. Whoa, Booker playing big inside. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Sweet move. Strong finish inside from Booker.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Whoa, Fox, what a finish.
And so Green will bring it up for the Suns. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Free throw good, Booker.
An elite offensive threat. Booker continues to try and find ways to improve his game.
And the Suns making a change here. Allen's checked in. The Spurs also changing it up. Champagne's checked in. And it's Vassell in for Johnson.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now here's Booker. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Count the basket. Booker's got 20.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Vassell outside. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Suns. Victory elude them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Yeah, that was a close one. In the end, they came away with the loss. And a big reason why was because their starters just kept fouling.
And the basket by Castle.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
Fades back, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The Jazz will square off against the Nuggets out in Denver. Tip-off is 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
This is going to be either.
And looking back at our first half, Devin Booker was a major factor.
He's been good.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Jalen Green is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Iguodala in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wembanyama's got the first field goal the second half for the Spurs. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Kevin?
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is, for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
The Suns shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Outside Fox shoots it, and the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Suns leading. Booker outside. Booker on the move. And the dunk by Booker.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Pass to Castle. They can't stop the run with that one. Phoenix leading by 3. Booker inside. Guarded by Fox. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. You've got to like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Well, defense has not been able to slow him down inside. And until they offer some sort of resistance, just keep feeding him the ball.
Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. The tray. They get it back. Wembanyama, too easy for the big man.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Suns.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Pass to Harper. To the middle. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Booker outside. Here's Gillespie, guarded by Fox. Here's Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A lefty who is lightning quick. De'Aaron Fox is one of the toughest covers in the league. The development of his three-point shot has been big because it forces you to come out to him.
Donnie's checked in for the Suns. Grayson Allen comes in for Booker. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for Devin Vassell. So for the Suns, Iguodala's checked in, and it's Devin Booker in for Grayson Allen. Spurs also with the sub. Cornette's checked in. And let's go to the sideline for a report on Stephon Castle. Allie?
I was able to catch up with the Spurs athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It's not enough to keep this gamer out of action, though. He's making a go of it. Guys?
Allie, thank you for the update.
Well, look, reality hits hard, and I know he's frustrated by this setback, but you have to take things one day at a time and just get yourself right.
Back to Booker. To halt the run. Good work there as it goes. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game and a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Suns trail by 5. Booker in the post. Johnson's there. O'Neal finds Booker. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Booker's got 11 points here in just the second half. Outside Harper. Here's Wembanyama. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a...
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist to the... game brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Harper. And it's Cornette in at center.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Booker outside. Yep, that one goes in there. Booker's got 37.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And now let's hand it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. To tie it up, book it. Devin for 3.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama, a screen on Green. Here's Wembanyama. Misses the 3. Right there in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Booker outside. From 13 feet, it's in.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
A different look now for San Antonio. Champagne's checked in, and it's Vassell in for Johnson. And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Champagnie, guarded by O'Neal. Lets loose a three. Wembanyama, and he jams it in.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Now Booker. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Wembanyama. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
At well over 7 feet tall. Inside is easy money for Victor.
The drive by Booker. Booker driving in for the jam.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Oh, what a finish!
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yeah, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Now Booker jacks up a three. He drills the three.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here is Wembanyama. Now Fox. Outside, Wembanyama. 5 to shoot, and the shot goes in.
Well, I love that dish. Wembanyama is so unselfish.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. O'Neal a screen on Castle. Booker outside. Ooh, Booker taking the hit.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Wembanyama, and he banks the layup in.
It is going to be hard to get a hand to Wembanyama's shots on the inside. Great instincts and just too much wind.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Devin Booker, and good. There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what are their best options now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
Saves him with the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And so it's Phoenix who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night.